Welcome to the quiet space of our community, where sleepy stories live. Maybe it was a long day, or maybe you just like falling asleep with thoughts about distant space instead of counting sheep. Today we will gently travel through the starry sky, exploring a grand overview of the constellation Taurus, the Pleiades, a supernova, the Crab Nebula, and much more amazing things. Right now, you don't need to do anything. Just settle in comfortably, let your breathing slow down, let your thoughts soften, and let your body become light, as if gravity has loosened its grip. We will go slowly, gently, just one sleepy fact at a time, leaving everything unnecessary beyond this night. And before we begin, if these quiet journeys help you relax and softly end your day, consider tapping the like button and subscribing to the channel. It helps others find their way here too, as if one by one we are lighting little night lights of peace. And now, settle in comfortably and let us begin. The constellation Taurus is one of the most ancient in the sky. People saw it thousands of years ago and painted a bull among the stars. It appears in the winter sky, majestic and calm, like an ancient guardian of the night. It contains some of the most beautiful objects in the cosmos: star clusters, nebulae, remnants of ancient events. When you look at Taurus, you are looking at a cosmic museum, where each exhibit tells its own story spanning thousands of years. Now let us see what exactly hides in this ancient celestial picture. The brightest star in Taurus is called Aldebaran. It glows with a warm reddish-orange color, like a smoldering ember in the dark sky. Ancient Arab astronomers called it the Follower because it appears to follow the Pleiades across the sky. Aldebaran is a giant star, much larger than our Sun, one that has already lived a long life and now shines with soft, peaceful light. It seems like the eye of the bull in the constellation's pattern, watching over us through time. This is a star that has seen a lot, and now simply exists peacefully. The Pleiades is a star cluster that looks like a small cloud in the sky. If you look carefully, you can see several bright stars gathered together. Ancient Greeks saw in them 7 sisters, daughters of Atlas, who turned into stars. Different cultures saw them differently, but everyone noticed this special group of light. The Pleiades are young by cosmic standards, only tens of millions of years old. They have not scattered yet, still holding together like a group of friends who do not want to part. This is one of the easiest objects to observe. Just look up in winter. The stars of the Pleiades shine with a bright blue-white color. These are young, hot stars that burn intensely, as if they still have all the energy of youth. They are surrounded by thin clouds of dust that reflect their light, creating a delicate blue glow around them. This is not the nebula from which they were born. That dust has long scattered. This is new dust they are simply flying through on their journey across the galaxy. The Pleiades remind us that even stars have youth when they are bright, energetic, and full of life. And now let us move on to something completely different, to the remnants of an ancient event. In a distant year, almost 1,000 years ago, a new bright star appeared in the sky. Chinese and Arab astronomers recorded this event. The star was so bright it was visible even during the day. It shone for several weeks, then gradually faded. This was a supernova, a star that reached the end of its life and exploded, ejecting its core into space. People did not know then what had happened, but they remembered this amazing sight. Now, almost 1,000 years later, we can see what remained after that event, and it is beautiful. Where that bright star once shone, there is now the Crab Nebula. This is a cloud of gas and dust that is still expanding after that ancient explosion. It looks like a tangled web of light, delicate and complex. Through a telescope, you can see thin filaments intertwining, creating an incredible pattern. This is not chaos. It is an organized structure created by magnetic fields and energy coming from the center. The Crab Nebula is not the end of a star, but its aftermath, its legacy to the cosmos. It continues to live, change, and tell its story. Now let us look at what lies at the very heart of this nebula. At the center of the Crab Nebula lies something amazing, a pulsar. This is what remains of the core of that star that exploded. Imagine a sphere the size of a small city but with a mass greater than our Sunday. It rotates very fast, dozens of times per second, and emits beams of energy like a cosmic lighthouse. Each rotation creates a flash, and the nebula around it feeds on this energy. The pulsar is a heart beating inside a dead star, sustaining life around itself. It is a reminder that even after ending, there can be a new existence, a new form of being. The Crab Nebula is not static, it changes. Although these changes are slow for us, they happen constantly. The nebula expands, filaments move, energy from the pulsar creates waves of light that pulse through the gas. Astronomers, observing it for decades, see this slow dance. It is like watching the cosmos breathe, inhale and exhale stretched over years, but they are happening. The nebula is alive in its own sense. It breathes, moves, exists. And it is comforting to know that even after such a dramatic event, everything continues softly and beautifully. Everything we see in Taurus, we see because of light that traveled for many years. Light from the Crab Nebula travels thousands of years before reaching our eyes. This means that when we look at it, we see it as it was very long ago. Perhaps it has already changed, looks different now, but we do not know. The light about these changes is still on its way. We are looking into the past, catching the echo of an ancient event that happened before our ancestors built the first cities. Time and space intertwine, and we become witnesses to a history written in light. Besides the Pleiades, there is another star cluster in Taurus, the Hyades. They are closer to us and older than the Pleiades. The Hyades are spread wider across the sky, forming a V shape that resembles the head of a bull. Aldebaran appears to be part of this cluster, although it is actually much closer, just a visual coincidence. The Hyades are calmer, their stars not as hot and bright as those in the Pleiades. They are already mature, stable, living their measured lives. Two groups of sisters in one sky, younger and older, each with its own character. Star clusters like the Pleiades and Hyades are not eternal. Over time, they scatter. The stars in them slowly drift apart from each other, each going its own way through the galaxy. The galaxy's gravity, encounters with other objects, simply time, all of this breaks up clusters. The Pleiades are young and still holding together, but someday they too will part. The Hyades are already beginning to fall apart, their stars gradually moving away. This is not sad, it is a natural process. Stars are born together, spend part of their lives side by side, and then move on, like old friends parting after school. In the constellation Taurus, there are several red giant stars besides Aldebaran. These are old stars that have swelled to enormous sizes. They shine with soft, warm light, not as bright as young stars, but very stable. These giants have lived long lives and are now in a peaceful phase of existence. They are not in a hurry, they simply exist, slowly burning their last reserves of fuel. Red giants are like old sages. They have seen a lot, experienced a lot, and now they simply observe the universe around them with quiet dignity. The constellation Taurus appears on ancient drawings and maps from all over the world. Babylonians, Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, all saw a bull or something similar in these stars. The bull was a symbol of strength, fertility, spring. When Taurus appeared in the morning sky, it meant the beginning of a new season. People looked at the same stars we see and created stories, legends, myths. The sky unites all eras. We look at the same thing that our distant ancestors saw thousands of years ago. In Greek mythology, Taurus is connected with the story of Europa and Zeus. Zeus transformed into a beautiful white bull to abduct the princess Europa. She saw a gentle, beautiful bull on the seashore, sat on his back, and he carried her across the sea to the island of Crete. Zeus then returned to his true form, and Europa became the mother of kings. Zeus placed the image of the bull in the sky to immortalize this story. This is a tale, of course, but it shows how people tried to explain the sky through stories, giving the stars human meaning. Taurus is easy to find in the winter night sky. Look for the bright cluster of the Pleiades, a small cloud of several stars. From there, move your gaze to the side, and you will see the reddish-orange Aldebaran, the brightest light nearby. Around Aldebaran, stars form a V shape. These are the Hyades, the head of the bull. Imagine horns extending from this shape, and you will see the entire constellation. Taurus is high in the sky in winter, easily visible from anywhere with a dark sky. No telescope needed, just go outside and look up. Around the stars of the Pleiades there is a thin blue haze. This is reflected light from dust they are currently flying through. The dust scatters the blue light of the bright stars, creating a delicate halo. In long exposure photographs, this looks like blue mist wrapping the stars in gentle scarves. With the naked eye, this mist is hard to see, but knowing about it, You can imagine how the young stars are dressed in thin veils of light. This adds to their charm, making them not just dots but three-dimensional, living objects. When astronomers photograph the Crab Nebula in different ranges of light, it looks different. In visible light, it is reddish-orange with thin filaments. In X-rays, the central part glows blue, where the pulsar is ejecting streams of energy. In infrared light, you can see warm dust enveloping the entire structure. Each color tells its own part of the story. Different temperatures, different elements, different processes. Together, they create a complete picture of a complex, beautiful object. It is like listening to a symphony where each instrument plays its own part. When a star explodes as a supernova, it creates new elements. Inside stars, light elements are born: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. But heavy elements, iron, gold, uranium, are created only in supernova explosions. The Crab Nebula is filled with these newborn elements. They are mixed with gas, flying off into space, and someday they will become part of new stars, planets, perhaps even living beings. Every atom of gold on Earth was once born in an explosion similar to the one that created the Crab Nebula. We carry the remnants of stars within us. In ancient times, when Taurus appeared in the morning sky, it meant the arrival of spring. Farmers waited for this moment to begin planting. The bull was a symbol of plowing, working the land, new life. The sky was a calendar, and Taurus was an important marker in it. Now we have other ways to tell time, but the connection remains. Taurus still appears in winter and early spring, continuing its ancient role as a guide of seasons. The sky remembers traditions, even if we sometimes forget. Looking at Taurus, you feel peace. Perhaps it is the soft red light of Aldebaran, or the gentle cluster of the Pleiades, or even the knowledge that the Crab Nebula is slowly breathing far away in space. The constellation does not hurry. It exists slowly, majestically, giving us the opportunity to stop and think. It combines the youth of the Pleiades and the old age of red giants, the ancient history of a supernova and the thousand-year-old myths of humanity. Taurus is a place in the sky you can return to again and again, each time finding something new or simply enjoying familiar beauty. In Taurus, as everywhere in the cosmos, dust floats between the stars. These are tiny particles, remnants of old stars, material for future ones. Dust blocks some light, creates dark spots against the background of bright stars. But it also reflects and scatters light, creating nebulae and halos around young stars. Without dust, the cosmos would look different, simpler, less complex. Dust adds texture, depth, mystery. It reminds us that between bright objects there are invisible things that connect them, making the cosmos a living fabric, not just a collection of dots. The Pleiades have names in almost every culture in the world. The Japanese call them Subaru, which means to gather together. That is why the car company has this name and 6 stars in its logo. Australian Aboriginals saw them as 7 sisters fleeing from a pursuer. Native Americans told stories of children who became stars. Everywhere people looked at the sky, they noticed these stars and created stories. The Pleiades unite humanity. We all see them. We all give them meaning. They have become a universal symbol of togetherness. The Pleiades and the Hyades hold together thanks to gravity. The stars in them attract each other, though weakly. It is a delicate balance, enough to stay together but not enough to hold forever. External forces gradually destroy this bond, but while they are together, they share space, move in one direction, exist as a family. Gravity is an invisible thread connecting stars, making them not just neighbors but part of one community. It is a soft, gentle force that holds things together while it can. A supernova explosion seems dramatic, but really it is a transformation. The star does not disappear, it changes form. Its matter flies apart, creating a nebula. Its core compresses, becoming a pulsar or a black hole. The elements created inside it go out into space to become part of something new. This is not death, but transition. The star gives itself to the universe, scattering its legacy widely. The Crab Nebula is not a tombstone, but a monument that continues to live, grow, change. The event that happened almost 1,000 years ago is still unfolding before us. In the Crab Nebula, magnetic fields play an important role. They direct streams of particles from the pulsar, create shapes and structures. The filaments we see follow the lines of the magnetic field, like iron filings around a magnet. These fields are invisible, but their influence is noticeable in every detail of the nebula. The cosmos is organized by invisible forces that create order from chaos. Magnetism is an artist painting structures on a canvas of gas and dust, creating beauty from energy. On cold winter nights, Taurus is high above the horizon, easily visible. It becomes a companion of long nights, a familiar face in the dark sky. When you go out on a frosty night and look up, Taurus is there, patiently waiting. Its stars do not twinkle as much as others because it is high where the air is more stable. Aldebaran shines with its warm light, as if inviting you to warm up. The winter sky can seem cold and distant, but Taurus makes it cozier, friendlier. This is a constellation that waits for you every winter. The brightest stars of the Pleiades have ancient Greek names: Alcyone, Atlas, Electra, Maia, Merope, Taygeta, Seleno. Each is named after a character from myths, daughters of Atlas and the Oceanid Pleione. These names have been passed down through thousands of years, connecting us with the ancient Greeks who also looked at these stars. Names make the stars personal, not just points of light but characters with stories. When you know their names, you start to see them differently, not as a cluster but as a group of individuals, each with its own character. The Crab Nebula is still expanding after that explosion. Gas is moving outward, away from the center. If you observe it over years, you can notice this movement. The nebula is gradually getting larger. It is a slow process but constant. The energy of that ancient explosion is still pushing matter forward. Someday, after a very long time, it will scatter so much that it will become invisible, mixing with the interstellar medium. But right now it is still bright, still visible, still telling its story. We are catching it in a moment of active existence. Next to Taurus is another famous constellation, Orion the Hunter. In myths, they are connected. Orion is hunting the bull. In the sky, Orion seems to chase Taurus, who runs before him. This is a visual story told by stars that you can see every winter night. Two great constellations, two different energies, the strength of the bull and the agility of the hunter. They move across the sky together, forever playing their cosmic drama. Watching them is like watching an old slow movie where frames change throughout the night. When you look at the stars of Taurus, you see light that traveled for many years. Light from Aldebaran traveled for dozens of years. From the Pleiades, a bit more. From the Crab Nebula, thousands of years. Each star shows itself as it was at different moments in the past. You are looking at a sky filled with different eras, mixed together. It is a mosaic of time, where each detail is from a different moment in history, and all of them together create the picture you see right now, in this moment. Taurus is best visible in winter and early spring in the northern hemisphere. In summer, it is in the daytime sky, hidden by sunlight. In autumn, it appears in the morning sky, a harbinger of winter. Each season has its constellations, and Taurus belongs to the cold months. This is a seasonal marker that helps orient the year. When you see Taurus high at night, you know winter is here. When it starts setting earlier, spring is approaching. The sky is a calendar, and Taurus is one of its most important markers. The pulsar at the center of the Crab Nebula is an engine that sustains everything around it. It rotates dozens of times per second, generating enormous energy. This energy is ejected as a wind of particles that accelerates to incredible speeds. The wind collides with the expanding gas of the nebula, creating shock waves, glow, structures. Without the pulsar, the nebula would just be a dark cloud. But thanks to it, the nebula glows, lives, changes. It is a symbiosis. The pulsar feeds the nebula, and the nebula makes the pulsar visible to us. For thousands of years, sailors used the Pleiades for navigation. Their appearance in the sky indicated direction and time. Polynesians traveling across the Pacific Ocean navigated by the Pleiades, finding distant islands. Vikings saw them as guides in northern waters. Everywhere people traveled by sea, the Pleiades were a reliable landmark. Even now, when we have GPS and satellites, these stars remain in their place, ready to show the way to those who know how to read them. Some knowledge never becomes outdated. Aldebaran and other red stars in Taurus show their age by color. When a star ages, it swells and cools, becoming red. This is not weakness, it is natural evolution. Red giants are still powerful, just differently. They shine softly, steadily, without the hurry of young hot stars. Their color soothes, reminds of autumn, sunset. the warmth of a fireplace. In the cosmos, where there is a lot of bright white and blue light, red stars add variety, depth, reminding us that there is beauty at every age. In some parts of Taurus, there are dark clouds, areas where dust is so dense that it blocks the light of stars behind it. These clouds look like dark spots against the background of the Milky Way. In them, new stars are being born. Though we cannot see it, the process is hidden by darkness. Dark clouds are incubators, secret and quiet places where something important is happening. Not everything in the cosmos is bright and visible. Some of the most important things happen in darkness, patiently, slowly, far from our eyes. Most of the beauty of Taurus is accessible even without a telescope. The Pleiades are visible to the naked eye as a small cluster. Aldebaran brightly shines red. The Hyades form a noticeable V-shape. Through binoculars, the Pleiades become even more beautiful, showing more stars. The Crab Nebula is hard to see without a telescope, but knowing it is there adds depth to the observation. You do not need expensive equipment to enjoy Taurus. Just a dark sky, a clear night, and a bit of time. Taurus is generous to everyone who looks. The constellation, Taurus, appears in poetry, painting, music, throughout the ages. The Pleiades are mentioned in the Bible, in the works of Homer, in Japanese haiku. Artists painted the sky with Taurus, composers wrote music inspired by the stars. This constellation has become part of human culture, not just an astronomical object. It lives in our stories, songs, paintings. Each generation adds its own interpretations, its own feelings. Taurus is a bridge between science and art, between facts and feelings, between sky and earth. The stars in Taurus, like all stars, are moving, but so slowly that a human lifetime is too short to notice. Over thousands of years, the shape of the constellation gradually changes. The Pleiades will someday scatter. The Hyades are already drifting apart. Even the pattern of the bull will someday look different. But this will happen over many, many generations. For us, Taurus looks the same as it did for our ancestors. This is a constancy you can rely on. Stars dance their slow dance, and we catch one moment in this endless movement. Taurus is home to many mysteries we have not mentioned. Other nebulae, binary stars, variable stars, exoplanets, perhaps still undiscovered. Every part of the sky is filled with secrets, and Taurus is no exception. Astronomers continue to study it, finding something new. The sky is inexhaustible. The more you look, the more you see. Taurus is not just a few known stars, but an entire region of the cosmos, full of life, history, beauty, and we are only beginning to understand all its depth. Everything we see in Taurus, the Pleiades, Aldebaran, the Crab Nebula, the Hyades, we see thanks to light. Light travels from them to us, carrying information, beauty, history. It connects us with distant objects, makes them real for us. Without light, the cosmos would be inaccessible, incomprehensible. But light is generous. It goes in all directions, reaching everyone who looks. Taurus shines equally for everyone, for scientists and poets, for children and the elderly, for those who know its history and for those who simply admire its beauty. Each star you see in Taurus is a potential solar system. Many of them may have planets around them, possibly even life. The Pleiades are young. Planets there are still forming. Around older stars, they may already be mature worlds. We do not know for sure, but the possibility exists. Each point of light is not just a star but a possible home to countless worlds. Taurus is not just a constellation. It is a neighborhood of the galaxy, filled with potential, possibilities, unknown stories. Looking at Taurus, you feel a connection to antiquity. Those same stars were seen by ancient Egyptians who built pyramids, Greeks who created philosophy, Chinese who invented gunpowder. All generations of humanity looked at Taurus and found something of their own in it. This is a shared experience spanning thousands of years. When you look at these stars, you are doing the same thing countless people did before you. This is a connection through time, a bridge between eras. And it is comforting to know that some things do not change. The Crab Nebula is a legacy that a star left to the universe. It did not disappear without a trace. It created something beautiful that will exist for thousands of years. Elements from it will someday become part of new stars, planets. Perhaps somewhere in the distant future, some beings will be made of atoms that are currently in the Crab Nebula. This is immortality through transformation. A star lives on in its descendants, in the matter it created and scattered. Legacy is not about memory, it is about continuation in a new form. The Pleiades are often used as a symbol of unity, community. Several stars together, holding on to each other, moving together, existing as one whole. This resonates with human experience. We too are social. We need a group, family, community. The Pleiades remind us that there is strength in unity, that together it is warmer and safer. They are not the brightest stars in the sky, but their togetherness makes them noticeable, unforgettable. This is a lesson written in the stars about the value of being together. Imagine a night when Taurus is directly overhead. The full moon is somewhere low, not interfering. The air is clean, frost holds moisture down. The Pleiades shimmer like scattered diamonds. Aldebaran shines red, warm, soft. Somewhere else, invisible to the eye, the Crab Nebula breathes. The Hyades are spread wide, forming the familiar shape. The entire constellation is spread before you, like an ancient map. Like a book written in light, you stand, look up, and for a moment become part of something bigger. This is a moment of connection with the cosmos. Every winter, Taurus returns. It does not disappear, it just moves to the daytime sky in summer, where it cannot be seen. But as the cold approaches, it appears again, faithful and unchanged. This is a cyclicity you can rely on. The world changes, life is unpredictable, but Taurus will be in the winter sky. This is a constant amid changes, an anchor in the flow of time. Knowing that something will return, that something can be seen again, is a comfort. Taurus gives this comfort every year, patiently waiting for us to look up again. The energy of the supernova that created the Crab Nebula did not disappear. It transformed into the movement of gas, into the rotation of the pulsar, into the light we see. Energy does not disappear in the universe, only changes form. This is one of the basic laws of nature, and the Crab Nebula is a beautiful illustration. The explosion became expansion, heat became light, matter became movement. Everything continues, just differently. It is comforting to know that nothing truly ends, only transforms into something new. In Taurus, red and blue stars exist side by side, old and young, cold and hot. Aldebaran is red, the stars of the Pleiades are blue. This is diversity that makes the constellation interesting. If all stars were the same, the sky would be boring. But thanks to differences in age, size, temperature, each star is unique. Taurus shows this diversity in one place. It is a reminder that beauty is in difference, that old and new can exist together, that every stage of life has its own value and its own beauty. Around Taurus, as everywhere in the galaxy, there is dark matter. We do not see it, but we know it is there because it affects the motion of stars. Dark matter is one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos. It makes up most of the matter in the universe, but we do not know what it is made of. It is an invisible framework that holds galaxies together. In Taurus, between its stars, floats this mysterious substance, silent and elusive. The cosmos is full of things we do not yet understand, and that is beautiful, knowing there is still more to discover. In the northern hemisphere, Taurus is high in winter, easily visible. In the southern hemisphere, it is also visible but lower, closer to the horizon. People in Australia see it upside down compared to Europeans. But it is the same Taurus, the same stars. The sky unites the entire planet. We look at the same objects, though from different angles. Taurus does not belong to one country or culture. It is for everyone who has a dark sky and a desire to look up. The pulsar in the Crab Nebula rotates so fast that it emits pulses dozens of times per second. These pulses can be caught by radio telescopes, like signals from a distant lighthouse. The first astronomers who detected pulsars thought it might be a signal from aliens, so regular was it. But it is a natural phenomenon, the rotation of a neutron star with a powerful magnetic field. Pulsars are cosmic lighthouses that help us navigate in time and space, measure distances, understand the physics of extreme states. The Pleiades are young by cosmic standards, but even they are not eternal. Over several tens of millions of years short for the cosmos, they will scatter. Each star will go its own way, and the cluster will cease to exist. but their stars will continue to live for much longer. It is not they who will disappear, but their togetherness. This reminds us that even groups that seem strong eventually break apart, but this is natural, not sad. Every phase has its ending, and this makes room for something new. Chinese astronomers in the year 1054 recorded the appearance of a guest star in the sky. It was bright, visible even during the day, shining for several weeks. Arab and Japanese astronomers also noticed it. These records allowed modern scientists to determine exactly when the supernova occurred. Connecting ancient texts with modern observations revealed the full story. This shows the value of records, of preserving knowledge. What the Chinese wrote almost 1,000 years ago helps us now understand the cosmos. When Taurus is high in the sky, you can use it for orientation. Aldebaran points a direction. The Pleiades help find other constellations. Ancient travelers used stars as a map, and Taurus was an important marker. Even now, if you get lost without GPS, the stars can show the way. The sky is a natural map, always available, free, reliable. Taurus is one of the easiest landmarks to recognize in the winter sky. The supernova explosion that created the Crab Nebula lasted only seconds. But in those seconds, energy was released that exceeds anything we can imagine. More energy than the sun will emit in its entire lifetime. This energy scattered matter, created shock waves, gave birth to a pulsar, and almost 1,000 years later, we still see the consequences of that short, powerful event. This reminds us that sometimes one moment can have consequences that last forever. From Asia to Europe, from America to Africa, everywhere people saw Taurus and created their own stories. The bull, the stars, the beginning of spring, these themes repeat across different cultures. The sky unites humanity, showing that we all look at the same thing, even if we speak different languages and have different traditions. Taurus is a common heritage of all humanity, a celestial symbol that does not belong to any country but belongs to everyone. And that is beautiful. Over tens of thousands of years, the Crab Nebula will scatter so much that it will become invisible. The gas will mix with the interstellar medium. The pulsar will slow down and fade. The nebula will disappear as an object, but its matter will remain, will become part of new formations. Perhaps someday new stars will be born from this gas. The cycle will continue: birth, life, death, rebirth. The Crab Nebula is not an endpoint but a stage in the endless cycle of cosmic transformation. When you look at the Crab Nebula, even if you only know it is there, you become a witness to an event that happened almost 1,000 years ago. The light of that supernova reached Earth when medieval castles were being built, when knights rode on horses, when the world was completely different. And here, now, through all these centuries, you can see the result of that event. You are connected to the past through light, through time, through the cosmos. This is an intimate connection across eras. The Pleiades are mentioned in poetry of all times. From ancient Greek odes to Japanese haiku, from European romantics to modern verse, poets see in them beauty, mystery, distance, unity. Stars become metaphors for feelings, dreams, aspirations. The Pleiades inspire because they are accessible, no telescope needed, just look up. They are gentle, not harsh like some bright stars. The Pleiades are poetry written in light, and poets respond with words. Every winter, when nights become longer and colder, Taurus appears again in the sky. It patiently waits for you to go outside and look up. Aldebaran shines with its warm light. The Pleiades shimmer as always. The Crab Nebula breathes far away in space. Everything in its place, everything familiar, everything stable. In a world of constant changes, Taurus is a constant. It will be there next winter, and in 10 winters, and in 100. It waits, patiently and calmly, ready to share its beauty with everyone who looks. When you look at Taurus, you become part of its history. Millions of people looked at these stars before you, and millions will look after. Each gaze adds something: wonder, admiration, peace. Taurus is not just a constellation in the sky. It lives in our eyes, thoughts, feelings. You carry it within you after observing, a memory of a cold night, of the red light of Aldebaran, of the gentle Pleiades. The sky becomes part of you, and you become part of the long, quiet story of people looking up. And this connects us all. We have traveled a long way today. From the soft blue light of the Pleiades to the warm flame of Aldebaran. From young hot stars to old giants that shine slowly and peacefully. From an ancient supernova that bloomed 1,000 years ago to a nebula that still breathes in the darkness. From a pulsar that works like a heart to legends that have survived thousands of years. We learned how young stars are born together, how old clusters fall apart, how dust between stars becomes future material for new worlds. Each object in Taurus is a story. Each star is time frozen in light. And all of them together create the picture we see, and that our ancestors saw, and that those who come after us will see. And now, as you fall asleep, as your shoulders become soft and your breathing becomes quieter, imagine. You lie under a cold winter sky. The air is clean, fresh, transparent, the kind in which stars seem to shine brighter. Around you is silence, deep, as if the cosmos itself stands nearby and listens. Snow quietly crunches beneath you. The ground is cool and the night is boundless. Above you, high up, the Pleiades shine like scattered jewels. Gentle, blue, so young. A bit lower burns Aldebaran, warm like an ember, as if an old star whispers its slow song to the universe. And somewhere, far, far away, invisible to the eye but felt by thought, the Crab Nebula breathes, the remnant of an explosion that once lit the sky so brightly it was visible even during the day. You simply lie and look. You are not in a hurry. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. There is only you and the night sky, full of stories and light. With each inhale, the stars seem to brighten. With each exhale, the world slowly melts into silence. Thoughts dissolve like footprints in snow. You become light, calm, present. You are connected with the sky, with the stars, with stories that have lasted millions of years. You are part of this great, slow, beautiful cosmic dance. Just as the Pleiades hold together, as the Hyades form a gentle V-line, as the pulsar rotates creating the rhythm of the nebula, so too are you woven into the rhythm of the universe. May your sleep be deep and soft, as peaceful as a winter night. May your dreams be filled with the warm light of Aldebaran and the blue glow of the Pleiades. May the sky always lie above you, patiently waiting each winter to meet you again. Remember, somewhere high in the darkness, the Crab Nebula slowly breathes. The Pleiades hold together. Stars move in their ancient dance. And all this dance is for you, for a quiet moment when you look up, for this evening, for this dream. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, under the stars of Taurus, under the ancient blue light, under the boundless calm of the cosmos. Good night.